Good morning and thank you for inviting me to speak at this year's virtual HCC conference. I would love to be with you in person, but we've all had to get used to speaking to colleagues, friends and family through a computer screen this year, and I am pleased your conference has been able to go ahead virtually. This year has been difficult for all of us, but I recognise how lockdown brings even greater isolation for those in rural locations, which is why events like this are so important. I really do hope we can all meet face to face next year. 2020 has been an unforgettable year. Unforgettable in the way all of our lives have changed, unforgettable because of the loss to our families and communities, and unforgettable in the way our farmers met the enormous challenge of keeping our food supplies flowing. I want to thank everyone who played their part in producing our food, making it available in shops, and of course promoting it to the public. The pandemic has hit business hard across the country, but thanks to your sterling efforts, not only have we stabilised the red meat sector, but prices have risen. We've seen a switch in consumer behaviour to buying local, more of a concern on where meat comes from and how sustainable it is. I'm proud of the resilience and ingenuity you've shown in responding to these difficult times, and I'm proud of the role Welsh Government has been able to play in supporting you. But further challenges lie ahead. EU transition and the threat of a no-deal departure is only weeks away, and we need to focus our efforts on new strategies for promoting our fantastic Welsh produce. 2020 saw Welsh lamb exports increase. This huge success is truly remarkable, but is also something we must maintain and build upon. Welsh red meat is known for its quality, traceability and sustainability. In a post-Brexit world, our reputation for sustainability will be crucial. We are well known in Wales for our animal welfare standards, for our non-intensive production and for our low emissions, environmentally focused farming. Our target though is to be even better, to become a world leader in the kind of low emission systems that we need to tackle climate change. This is a fantastic story to tell, and we are keen to tell anyone who will listen. We have shown this year how we can pull together to protect our food supply, our environment and each other. We've seen a truly Team Wales approach to COVID-19, and we must build on this to ensure our recovery leads to a bright and successful future for Welsh produce. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank you for joining this virtual 2020 HCC conference. I hope you've already seen and enjoyed some, if not all, our previous conference sessions. If not, then you can catch them on our conference platform. But stay tuned today because we have some really interesting international speakers coming up. Video conferencing through Zoom and Teams is now a part of our daily conversation, sitting at the heart of what we now call the new normal. New normal, though, is surely a misnomer for where we are now and the future that lies ahead. There's been very little that's been normal or consistent in the last 9 months. In this time, the industry has undergone a roller coaster ride that has rocked and almost wrecked established trading patterns. Across Europe and the world, shops were shut, pubs, hotels and restaurants were closed, and workplaces left empty. HCC recognised early and tuned into these trends. We diverted resources and adapted our marketing efforts to work with these changing trends. With pubs and restaurants closed, we encouraged our traditional and new customers to enjoy that special occasion at home. We pointed families towards wholesome classic dishes that they would be able to cook, and more importantly, enjoy cooking. We encouraged them to search out local ingredients and local suppliers. We promoted red meat recipes that would not be difficult to cook, but would be a revelation in this time-friendly environment. The latest retail figures pay testimony to this. For the year to October, lamb sales in Britain were up 7.9% over last year. This is despite a poor Easter due to the impact of lockdown on family gatherings. During the summer and autumn, lamb sales have soared in all types of retailers. At the peak of demand, high street butchers saw sales up almost 45% over last year. Importantly, it's not just existing customers buying more. New customers have been buying Welsh lamb for the first time, with the strongest growth coming in families with children and in younger people. Beef sales over the summer rose to £500 million, 19.3% higher than last year. Steaks and roasting joints, which would have been sold in hotels and restaurants, have found a home in people's kitchens. HCC has moved quickly in this volatile market and adapted to the way consumers are shopping within virus restrictions. We are now building on this valuable experience for our autumn and Christmas campaigns. And the story on exports is reassuring too. After worrying early signs, lamb sales to key markets recovered strongly to match those levels similar to 2019. Export markets are vital because they take 35 to 40% of all output, and most of this is to Europe. But the first half of 2020 saw lockdowns in the spring disrupting food service businesses in Europe and knocking back exports by almost 13%. By the summer, we had adapted our plans and worked with processors to post strong export figures to a variety of countries, including France and Italy, as well as some markets further afield, such as Canada, Hong Kong and the Middle East. In terms of value, lamb exports for the year to date have now exceeded last year. It is a truly stunning performance in these crisis-ridden circumstances and pays tribute to our long-term work in these key markets. This work has been augmented in recent years by the Enhanced Export Development Programme funded by the Welsh Government. This £1.5 million investment is vital in helping the industry through the transition of Brexit and will continue to help us rebuild from both political and pandemic disruptions. These well-targeted resources have proven invaluable and in the current circumstances really far-sighted. It has helped us to keep key markets open even when the commercial world has been turned upside down. That export performance is even more remarkable when you factor in 4 years of uncertainty around an EU trade deal. Uncertainty that has stretched deep into the autumn. And with that cliff edge approaching on January the 1st, EU buyers could have been forgiven for switching to more certain supplies. But no, they've continued to choose Welsh. No matter what the deal throws our way, we will work with our partners in France, Germany, Italy, Benelux and the other EU markets to ensure our sustainable, high-quality red meat products remain on the shelves. And in order to publicise this, we have plans in place to advertise in the leading European trade journals to declare that Wales is still open for business in 2021. By now, you will all know that my term of office comes to an end in March of next year. In surveying the organisation, I believe we are well placed to cope with all eventualities. I'm very proud of the organisation's achievements in the 4 years that I've been at the helm. Our long-term strategic plan, Vision 2025, was developed in association with the industry and guides all our decisions in these extreme times. And it has kept us on course even though the last 4 years has brought many unique challenges. Brexit and the pandemic have dominated the agenda, but climate change has remained an underlying issue of extreme concern. So, earlier in the year, we made a strategic decision to invest in advocating our world-leading sustainability credentials. Our campaign in early 2020 was well received, and this message will continue to be central to our consumer marketing. But to really make an impact, we're investing in a major new initiative involving all aspects of HCC's work. It will be spearheaded by a new sustainability roadmap, which will be ready in the coming weeks. We will be publishing exciting new research that shows that our claims for Welsh red meat sustainability are backed up by science. Our farmers already do huge amounts in terms of reducing emissions and capturing carbon in their soils. The new research shows that we're closer to net zero than you may think. We are vying to be the most sustainable red meat producers in the world, and HCC will continue to work with its farmers and scientists to make sure our premium red meat products lead the field in global grass-based production systems. This industry is used to rolling with the punches. It's been adjusting to and responding to change for centuries. Its resilience, adaptability and innovation have never been more evident than in the last 12 months. I am therefore confident that the red meat supply chain in Wales, led by HCC, will continue its course towards being the world's best red meat industry. We must produce the highest quality red meat, and it has to come from sustainable, profitable systems. Creating a new normal is no longer enough. It has to be something truly outstanding. And the thought I want to leave you with today is we're up for that challenge. Thank you for watching.